When was the last time you used AI for something that had absolutely nothing to do with your job? Something just for you, something fun, creative, personal. It's Friday at 5 o'clock. Let's have some fun. Let's not talk about work for a few minutes and let's focus on some other things, such as how AI can make your weekend better. Cool concept, right? If you're like most people, the answer is probably I use AI for work and I don't have time to use it at home. Actually, a lot of people I talk to these days are starting to play with it at home as well, or outside the workplace, which is really cool. Well, the work week is over. So today I'm sharing 5 ways you can use AI this weekend that'll make your life better, easier, more enjoyable, that have nothing to do with your inbox, your reports, your spreadsheets, or your next meeting. And here's the secret. When you practice using AI for fun, personal stuff, you're actually going to get better at using it in the office. So don't tell anybody I told you that. So let's start with something that everybody loves and needs every day: food. How many of you have stood in front of your fridge or pantry thinking, what am I going to make for dinner? Or worse, you've resorted to takeout for the 3rd time in a row because your meal planning feels like too much work. Well, AI can help you a ton with this. I've talked to a number of people who play around with AI for meal planning for all various reasons. People have different members of their family with different dietary restrictions and so forth. AI is fantastic at sifting through all of that. And for instance, you can go ask ChatGPT right now. You can say, open up your fridge. I have chicken, bell peppers, rice, some basic spices in the pantry. Can you give me 3 different dinner ideas I can make in under 30 minutes? Or you can even go bigger. Can you create a week's worth of healthy dinner recipes for a family of 4? We don't eat red meat and we prefer Mediterranean style cooking, including shopping. And you can even say, hey, can you include a shopping list that would be organized by grocery store section? Yeah, it can do all of this for you. And it may not be 100% right, but it can be really good at helping you brainstorm and get a little bit closer to your end goal, which is having some good, healthy food with a family without having to do as much work or research on your own. So you can go from saying, I don't know what I'm going to make, to having a great plan and going to the grocery store and knocking off the list, coming back home and boom, putting it together and having a great start to your weekend. So that's number 1, around food. Number 2 is around fitness and activity. You know you should work out, but going to the gym and doing random exercises feels boring and ineffective oftentimes, doesn't it? We've all been to the gym, and sometimes you don't know exactly what to do. You don't really have a plan. Maybe you want to lose weight. Maybe you want to build strength. Maybe you want to do something else, train for a 5K. What's great is you can go to AI right now. You can stop this video right after I say this, and you can do this. I'm a 45-year-old with no major injuries. I want to build my upper body strength, and I only have dumbbells at home, and I want to work out 30 minutes 3 times a week. What do I do? Can you create a 4-week progressive workout plan for me? Boom, and see what comes back. And if you're not sure if that's exactly what you want to do, you can say, can you please provide some references for that, for some other sites that I can look at to see people who have actually gotten results with programs like this before. So you can do as much due diligence as you want, but put AI to work for you. Or you could say something like, I'm training for my first 5K in 8 weeks. I currently run for about 10 minutes before I need to walk. Can you build me a training schedule? Boom, and see what comes back. A lot of cool stuff you can do with food and with fitness. Let's talk about vacation planning, going away from your home, having a little fun on the weekend by planning a weekend getaway. If you're planning a trip, you could do something like this. Go to AI and say, can you plan a perfect 3-day weekend trip to Portland, Maine for a couple in their 40s who love good food, outdoor activities, local breweries? Include some hotel recommendations, a day-by-day itinerary, and the best restaurants. Keep it relaxed, not overly packed. We want to spend some time just relaxing without much of an agenda. Boom, and see what comes back. Or you can say, we're doing a family road trip from Boston to Montreal with 2 teenagers. Can you plan the route for us, suggest interesting stops along the way, and recommend some family-friendly activities in Montreal while we're there? Boom, see what comes back. These are fun little ways you can interchange with AI. So we've talked about food, we talked about fitness, we talked about getaways. What about learning new hobbies and skills? Do you have a new hobby or something that you're curious about? Maybe you want to pick up a new hobby, you have a little extra time. A lot of people during COVID started doing something new. So a lot of baking of banana bread and sourdough that I'd heard about. But people were also learning new skills. And if you want to learn something, say like play the guitar, you can go to AI right now and you can say, I want to learn to play acoustic guitar. I'm a complete beginner. Can you create a 30-day learning plan for me with specific exercises, songs to practice, starting from absolute zero? Boom, and see what comes back. Or you can say, I'm interested in photography. Can you teach me the basics of photography? I have a decent camera, but only use it on automatic mode. Can you explain aperture, shutter speed, and this term called ISO in simple terms, and then give me 5 practice exercises to try this weekend? That's another thing that you can do. So whatever you're looking for, whether it's getting away or trying a new hobby, there's so many fun ways that you can play around with AI. Let's talk about the last one, number 5, family entertainment. This is where it gets really fun. Suppose it's movie night with a family, or it's game night and you want to plan some family activities. You can go to AI and say, can you recommend 5 movies like Inception that are mind-bending, smart thrillers that'll really make me think? Our family loves those types of movies. So you can put that in there and then see what comes back. Again, AI has access to the internet. It has access to the history of the internet and the history of written material for the most part. So there's a lot of material and resources that it can scan quickly to focus in on something like that for you. Or you could say something totally different. Can you create a murder mystery game I can run at a dinner party with 8 guests? Include character descriptions, clues, and the solution. I've done this before actually with a group, and it's a lot of fun. You could also say, like, if you like board games, can you suggest 10 board games for adults who like strategy, but they're not hardcore gamers, and then see what comes back. Again, this is all about why this is fun. It's all about going from, I don't know what to do this weekend, to having creative, personalized ideas in just seconds. This stuff comes back fast. And AI can customize everything. You can say, make the scavenger hunt harder, write the poem funnier, add more kid-friendly activities to our party plan. So here's my challenge to you this weekend. I just gave you 5 different ideas, but you can let your mind run wild with all the different things you can do. Pick one of these 5 uses or something else, not work-related, just fun, just for you, just what matters to you, just what really gets you into a good mood with you and your family or your friends or whoever you're hanging out with this weekend. Not for work, not for productivity, just for you, just for fun. It's Friday at 5 o'clock. You worked hard all week. You deserve a great weekend. And remember, AI isn't just for your job. It's for your life. It's here to help bring out the best in you. And that includes fun and happiness and laughter and enjoying time with the people that you know and love and care for the most. So thanks for joining today's AI Live at 5. I hope you go have an amazing weekend. Play with AI, have some fun, and see you next week.